Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. Today's video I will be showing you guys how I recreated this beautiful luxury boubou. It is very easy to make. For this style I used 4 yards of raw silk fabric and I designed the front of the boubou with a tackable brooch. So if this is what you would love to learn how to make, please sit back, relax and enjoy the tutorial. And if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please click the red button down below to subscribe and also click the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. So without further ado, let's move right to the tutorial. I don't know what to call the name of this design, but it is like a brooch. The difference is that it doesn't have pin at the back like a brooch. It is the type that you will use needle and thread to tack on your dress. So this is how it looks and it is quite expensive. I bought a dozen of these for 16,000 naira. A dozen of this design I bought it for 16,000 naira. So I'm going to tack this to the front of the boubou. So this is how it looks. There are different colors in the market, so you will choose the color you want to work with. I bought 1 dozen of this design. That's 12 pieces. Then I'm going to use either invisible thread or the normal thread to tack it down to the front of the boubou. So this is how the invisible thread looks like and this is the normal thread. So let me clear this and let's move to the drafting. Whenever I say from my center back to where the sleeve will stop, this is what I mean. So this is the demonstration. I measured 26 inches for mine. My fabric has been neatly folded into 4. So from my center back to where the sleeve will stop is 26 inches. So I marked 26 inches. Next, I measure neck width 3.5 inches. You can measure 3 inches or 3.5 inches. Then neck depth for the back I measured 1 inch. Neck depth for the front I measured 3.5 inches. So neck width 3.5 inches, neck depth for the back 1 inch, neck depth for the front 3.5 inches, and I curved the neckline. From my center back to the 26 inches mark, you will measure the round sleeve. At that point where the 26 inches stop, measure the round sleeve. Then divide whatever you have by 2 and mark it. Mine is 8.5 inches. After that, I rule that into a straight line. Next, I measured shoulder to my knee length, 42 inches. Then I measured the length of my boubou, which is 65 inches including hemming allowance. And I ruled that into a straight line. Next, I impute my biggest measurement divided by 4, which is my hip measurement, plus 5 inches. I measured the same measurement on the knee line. The total wideness that I have is 18 inches and I ruled that into a straight line. Next, I move to the sleeve opening. I measure 2 inches inward. I ruled that into a straight line. Then from there, I mark dotted line first to join to the knee line. You first of all check it with a dotted line. If you like the shape, then you can now make the line to be visible. So this is how I curve it. You will curve it from the sleeve opening to the knee line. If you want a side slit, you will measure either 15 inches upward or 17 inches upward depending on what you want for the side slit. So that's about it guys for the drafting. I cut out the back neckline, then the body. If you want a side slit, remember to notch the measurement. So to cut the front neckline, I'm going to open up the fabric this way. This is how the shape looks like after cutting. So I'm going to open it up and fold it this way to cut the front neckline. After arranging it properly, then I'll cut the front neckline. The front is going to have a center slit. I measure 4 inches for the center slit. So I cut out the neckline for the front. Then from the center front, I slit it open to meet the 4 inches mark. Next is to cut facing for the neckline. So I'm going to join the leftover fabric together. I'm going to join the pieces to cut facing for the neckline, because what I have left won't be enough. So I'm going to join the pieces together to cut facing for the neckline. I've joined the pieces together. As you can see, after joining, make sure that you give it a good press. So I'll place it underneath the bodies, making sure that the folded edge of the body and the facing are aligned together. Then I'm going to trace out the neckline on the facing. You cut it out. Then the center front, you also slit it to meet the 4 inches mark as well. So after that, I'm going to measure 3.5 inches all through the neckline. At that point of the center front, I measured 2 inches. Then I curve the 3.5 inches to blend with it. Then I cut it out. After cutting, I'm going to iron interfacing to the facing. Then I will use the facing to turn the neckline. So next, you will take to your sewing machine. You place the facing on the right side of the fabric. Use it to turn the neckline. After you have iron interfacing to it, then you move to the sleeve, bend the sleeve inward with 1/2 inch twice. After that, you will fold the fabric into 2. You will sew the sides, hem the down part, and that's about it for the sewing. Very easy. I decided to show you guys. I've turned the neckline with facing, as you can see. Next, I'm going to take to my weaving machine to overlock the rough edges. I've also hemmed the sleeve opening. Next, I'm going to fold the bodies together to sew the sides. I'm going to sew the sides with 1 inch seam allowance. After sewing the sides, I'm going to open up the seam, give it a good press, and notch the armpit area so that the sleeve will relax. After that, I will hem the down part, and that's about it. After sewing, this is how it looks. It is a very simple style to make. Within 1 hour, you should be through with the cutting and sewing. So if you want side slits, you can add side slits to yours. If not, you can just close up the sides like mine. And after that, give it a good press. So this is how it looks after sewing. Very easy to make. So you can position the design anyhow you like it to the front bodies. At this point, anyhow you like it, just place it randomly on the front. So when you are satisfied with the positioning, make sure that you use your chalk or your pen to mark the point where you want the design to be. Then you will start tacking on it. So that's about it, guys, for today's tutorial. If you find my tutorial helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you've not done so. I upload weekly tutorial on my channel. Also remember to click the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Until I come your way next, please stay safe and remain blessed. Thanks for watching. I love you all. Bye for now.